Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Says, Aage sukh mere mita. Oh my friends, come together my friends. Aage sukh, in front of you there will be sukh. If you walk upon this path, then forwards, as you go forwards on this path, Maharaj says that there will be peace for you. This path is, although it's a path which is tough, it gives you a lot of bliss, it gives you a lot of happiness. The Guru is promising, if you walk upon this path, in front of you there will be peace. Pache ananda prabh kita. And even around you, behind you, and everywhere around you, there will be bliss. And Waheguru will create that bliss for you. And Maharaj says ki, Parmesar banat banai. That Waheguru himself, the Parmesar, has made the situation such. This whatever's around you, this situation that we're living in right now, this is being created by Waheguru. Phir dolat kathu nahi. That Waheguru, although he's making all this, so if Maharaj is making all this happen, that the step in for the path that we've come upon, the way we're looking forward to see peace and bliss, if Guru is making all of this, then fir dolat kathu nahi, then you will never fall. You will never, dolat means to fall down flat. We're always scared of on this path, will we fall down, will I have the strength? Guru is saying, don't worry about that, I'll give you the strength, I'll do everything, you just keep on walking and you won't fall. Sache Sahib Syo Man Manya. Why is that? Why am I not going to fall? Because my true Lord, Sache Sahib, the true Waheguru, the one who is the creator of everything, the one who owns everything, with him, Mera Man Man Gya. My mind is accepted him. My mind is sold. My mind is no longer worried about is this the true God or is there some other big God that I should be bowing down to? No, I've understood that there is one Creator Lord, that's the truth one. He is the one that controls everything, and to that person now my mind has become, is accepted him. My mind no longer doubts that one person, that one Lord. My mind no longer tries to fight against that one God. My mind says, this is the one that's made everything, let me accept him. Mera man man gya, manya. And it's sold. Har sarab nirantar janya. And the effect of that has been that now I see Waheguru Ji nirantar, inside every single person. Now when I look at somebody, I don't think this person is, oh I hate this person, no, now my mind says God is in every single person. So I look at that person and I recognize the essential divinity, the potential of that person. This is the main focus of the whole. So now we understand that, when we do Japji Sahib, we say Suniye, Suniye, Suniye. Once we listen to this truth, then our mind accepts it, man gya. And when the mind acceptance is no longer a situation where it's not I accept the truth. No, the mind itself sells itself to this truth. The mind said, this is the truth. No longer will I follow my mind, I will follow this truth. And the same way now, no longer will I follow my mind, where my mind wants to take me. My mind says, I accept God, the true God, as my Lord and Master. So now I'll follow that Lord and Master. I no longer follow what my mind wants to do. I'll follow what the Lord Master, my Sache Sahib wants me to do. The true God. And then this is what's going to happen now. After that, we will start accepting God in every single person. And inside us as well. And then, Sarab Jiya Tere Dayala. Oh Waheguruji, every single being is yours. Sarab Ji Tere Dayala. They are yours, oh compassionate Waheguru. If God is compassionate, that means God is taking care of everybody. Because only like we were talking earlier, a mother who is full of compassion, what does a mother do? She takes care of people. And the next line Maharaj says, Apne pagat kare pratpal. He also, then, because Waheguru looks after every single person, but it's also the fact that every single person who turns to Waheguru, who becomes a pagat means somebody who is worshipping Waheguru, that person, Maharaj takes care of that person. Upon this path, you see, Maharaj is giving us bliss and peace. So Guruji is telling you, don't worry. If you walk upon this path, God will take care of you. If you walk upon this path, God will give you peace and bliss and will take care of you. No matter how hard it will be, you will be able to depend upon Waheguru because you become a pagat. And Waheguru is compassionate. Acharj teri vadiyai. Oh Waheguru, your greatness is amazing. I see it and I am just in awe of how amazing you are. That's why we say Waheguru. We say Wah. It says the wow is built into it. Acharj teri vadiyai. Your greatness is incomprehensible and is amazing. Nit Nanak naam tyai. Because of that greatness of yours, every day Nanak says, I meditate upon your name. Your name is as great as you are. First you made yourself, then you made your name, then you made the rest of the world. The name is the highest thing ever. The name is higher than Sachkhand. What we aspire to, Sachkhand, the name is higher than that. Uche upar uchana. So this name is so amazing. This is why Guru Arjan Pasha is telling us, Nit Nanak naam tyai. Every day I will remember you. Just like we said at the end of Rehraas Sahib, when we said ki Amrit naam Thakur ka biska sabastaro, jeko khave jeko bunche tiska hoy udharo, ehe vast taji nahi jai. This thing that Guruji is offering to us of Sat, Santok and Vichar and the Naam is going to give us mukti and nit rak urtaru. Daily, nit name. Every prayer. Maharaj is giving us a bit of a hint here as well, that we should be doing our nit name as well. And we should be having some kind of daily discipline, that we are going to walk upon this path, and this path involves daily meditating upon the name, daily remembering Guruji, daily following Guru's hukam. It's not the case that we come here today and we do Rehraas Sahib, and then tomorrow we go back home and go, oh, we're not a Sikhi camp anymore, so I'm not going to do my Rehraas Sahib. No, this is like a training ground. We're going to come here, we're going to learn Rehraas Sahib, and then tomorrow we'll go home. If we can't do it ourselves, we're going to play on the tape, and we're going to do it. Day after tomorrow, we're going to play it on the tape. After 1 month, we won't need the tape anymore. We're going to carry on doing it ourselves, yeah? This is the beauty of it. We build it into our routine, it becomes natural to us as waking up and having a shower. No one needs to be told you need to have a shower. We think it's normal. No one needs to be told, I'm going to do my Japji Sada part. It's just normal. It's built into your daily routine. So, nit, we're going to build this into our routine, and the main thing in the routine is going to be that we're going to call upon the name of that Creator, Naam. And all of Bani is Amrit Naam. All of Bani is built. Every single line of Gurbani, you could repeat that, and that would be enough for one human being to get salvation. Gurbani is so amazing. Just one line, if you just had that one line, you could get salvation from that one line. That's enough. So we just find those words that resonate with us on that week or that month. We just keep on saying those, yeah, and we keep ourselves. We do our best as we can to keep ourselves attached to this truth, because now our mind is our enemy, and our mind is the one that we've given to our Guru. So the mind is, once it's sold to the Guru, we can't take it back. And we can't say, oh, well, I want it back now. We sold it, it's gone. So now we have to follow this path and give ourselves to our Guru. So I'm sure I've made loads of mistakes. I'll do a bit more vichar of what I was thinking about today, but we'll put Maharaj and cover up Maharaj. So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. You know, there was a shabad that had been in my mind, and it was an interesting shabad, and I thought, well, let's just talk about that shabad because, you know, it's quite relevant today. And funnily enough, Angad Kaur, when she was talking, she's at the end of her talk, she said, can we allow ourselves to be bigger than what we've allowed ourselves to be? And this shabad is very related to that. It's by Guru Raam Daas as well. It's Guru Raam Daas in Rag Suhi, which is the joyful and a blissful marriage. You know, marriage happens in Rag Suhi, so it's full of love. And Guru Sahib says, ki ek onkar sadguru prasad. This one creator made everything, and this was the sound, the Om that created everything, and then that this is the truth. And by the Gurus, the Guru who teaches that truth can bless us with the oneness of that truth. And Maharaj says, Tere kavan kavan gun keh ke gawa. Oh my Guru, which of your glorious praises should I sing? Just tell me, you got so many of them, I could be here for the rest of my life and I still wouldn't have got through, because there were so many different praises of you. So which one should I pick and sing? Like we said, which line resonates with us? Which thing should I grab of yours and should I sing? Tere kavan kavan gun keh ke, speak it and then gawa. Because singing is the way for us, yeah? Some people don't believe in singing, they think, oh, it's against religion or whatever. We're talking outside about some religions don't even agree in singing. But singing is so normal. Singing is the way that we express ourselves. Tu sahib guni nidhana. Oh Vaheguru, you are my Lord, and you are full. You are the treasure of all guns. Every single quality that is good in this world is from Vaheguru. And we're not saying that there's only good and the good and bad also come from Vaheguru, but the things that we aspire towards in our life, all of them stem from Vaheguru. He said, Tumri mehma barna saku. I cannot express your praises. Tu thakur Uch Bhagwana, you are the highest of the high. You know, even some religions they say most high. That's the name for God they use is the most high. This is my Uch Bhagwana, you are the highest of the high. Then Guru says, Main har har naam tar soi. For me, main, the name har har naam tar. Tar means support. This is the only support I have, the name of Waheguru. Whenever something goes wrong, what I will turn to, I will say Waheguru. Whenever things are bad in my life, what will I do? I will say Waheguru, and I'll bring your power into it. Not my power. I'll say you are my strength, you are my power. I will fall upon you. You know the famous story, you've seen them show on the internet. The guy's walking on the beach, and he talks to God, and God says, look, there's 2 steps of footsteps the whole time. And he says, that's true. And he goes, look at the parts where you were sad. And he goes, there's only 1 set of footsteps. And the guy says, how come you forsake me then? Why did you forsake me when I needed you? And God says, I was carrying you. You were depending upon me. You weren't even walking. There's no footsteps there for you. So this is what Maharaj is telling us, that if we make this name our support, whenever things go down, say the name. Fall upon the name. Then Maharaj says that this name is my only support. Jyon paave tu rakh mere sahib. As it pleases you, Maharaj, save me. This means that if things go bad, and they actually go bad, we don't cry about it and say, God, you didn't help me enough. We accept that as much as Waheguru is compassionate, as much as Waheguru loves us, therefore, Waheguru is thinking about the best for us. And the thing that we may not think is right for us right now, that is probably the right thing for us. Because we try to accept that Guruji is all-knowing, and Guruji is all-compassionate, and Guruji knows the best for us. So when things go wrong, we say, Jyon paave tu rakh mere sahib. Whichever way you want, you support me, because I've fallen at your feet now. I have nothing else but you, and then, main tujh bin avar na koi. Without you, there is no one else. I fall at your feet. I recognize the essential divinity of you, and the fact that you are the Karta Purkh. This word Karta Purkh means, after we say Ik Onkar, then Sat Nam, the next thing we say, very important to us, Karta Purkh. You do everything. Nowadays we say, oh, the Creator Lord. Creator just means the Creator, just at the beginning. Karta actually means the one who's doing everything. It's the being that's doing everything. Like in our ego we think, I'm speaking. In our ego we think, this guy's punching me. But actually, there's only one being that's doing everything. Karta Purkh. Mare rakhe eko aap. Man ke kich nahi. One person, he kills and he saves. There's nothing in the hands of human beings. So we sense the one is the one is the one is the one. That's why it's ik. And Maharaj says after that, Rahul, this is the main line. Main taan diban. You are my strength. You are my court. If anybody's going to judge me, it's going to be you. Tu hai mera swami. Oh my Lord, you are my strength. You are my court. Main tud aage ardas. In front of you, I put my hands together and I do ardas to you. Who do I turn to? Who else can I ask? Sometimes we said we accept what's given to us. But when we want something, who should we turn to? Should we turn to our parents? Should we turn to our family? Or should we turn to God first? This is Maharaj says, I turn to you first. I recognize that you are the one. Main hor thaun nahi jis pe karo binanti. I have nowhere else where I can offer my prayers, where I can do a benti. Nowhere else. And then, mera dukh sukh sab tujh hi paas. My pain, my dukh and my sukh, my happiness is all with you. They're at your feet. So whether you give me some dukh now or some sukh, it makes no difference to me because you are the one who will give it to me. Then, this is the interesting thing when you were talking about earlier, can we be more than we want to be? It's interesting, Viche tarti viche pani. Vich kasit agan tarije. In the earth, water is there. Can't see it, it looks like mud, but water is there. And then, in the wood, there is fire. Viche kast agan. Agan is fire. Tarije. Mana says, look at this. See how in the earth, there is water, but it can't be seen. But if you dig a well, it comes out. See how when you're standing on top of the water, on the ground, there's no water there, it's solid. But if you're thirsty, you can dig a hole and you can actually get water. See how you need fire, but around you it's all wood. You haven't got fire. But if you spark one piece of wood, or some tinder wood, or you rub it together, you create some heat, you can get fire out of this stuff that's not burning right now. So something can transmute from one to the other. The transmutation is, we say, you are my philosopher's stone. So the energy exists there. It's all energy. The potential is there for the water. The potential is there for the fire. But it needs something to get it to go from one to the other. This transmutation is not natural, but it requires some kind of impetus to get it going. Yeah? And what is that impetus for us? If we want to go, as Angel was saying earlier, we can go from where we are now to where we could be on this path. Yeah? If we start walking, we need something to keep us going on that path. And Guru Sahib will explain in the rest of the Shabad, what is that going to be? Maharaj goes on to say, look, Bakri Singh ikate thai rakhe. The sheep and the lions are in the same place. Strange thing, isn't it? Guru would say next, that the sheep and the lions are in the same place. Bakri Singh. Now, Singh, funny enough, is a name given by Guruji to us. Yeah? To the male part. But also, we can say that through all the Sikhs, they've been given this kind of Khalsa way, is that of this Singh and Kaur, is this royal, we say lions and lionesses, yeah? So if we're to say the lioness family, the lion family, is living with all the goats. We wouldn't see that in normal life, yeah? Where there's goats, there's no lion. But this is the same thing which we're talking about when it comes to wood and fire and water and earth. That within the goats, there's a lion. There is a lion. The potential is for us to be a lion, but we live within the goats. And if I was listening today to a Katha by Rehraas Singh from Leeds, and he was saying, if you have a pile of sheep, I have a long bunch of sheep. The sheep in the middle, it gets pushed from the back and it's following the front. It has no clue why it's doing what. Yeah, it just follows. It's not at the front, so it can see where it's going, and it's not at the back, so it's pushing everybody else. Yeah, and because it's got some fear of being left behind. It's right in the middle, and that's like Maya to us. This world is a bit like that. We've been told from very young age what we have to do, and we actually end up following that system. If we follow that system so much, we forget that there's actually something that could be separate from that system. Now, what if we were actually lions? Yeah, but because we've got the cover of around us, all we see is sheep. There's no mirror. All we see is sheep. So therefore, we get convinced that we're also sheep, because everybody around us is sheep. Yeah, so we follow that way. But then suddenly, that sheep all go to some water pond, and they all start drinking. And then that lion looks down and sees, oh, who is that? And then this mother says, that's the sheep suddenly realizes it's not a sheep, it's a lion. Yeah? But then it has a choice, you see. It has a choice. Do I now start becoming a lion, or do I stay in this existence that I've been told before, which is sheep's existence? Yeah? It's very comfortable. It's in the comfort zone. It knows, it just follows what everybody else is doing. It could carry on being a sheep for the rest of its life, or it can choose to follow its destiny. Every single one of us at some point had that same choice, like Matrix, the Neo, he had that choice, blue pill or red pill. Yeah? And after he took that pill, that was it. He was outside of that. He was not plugged into the Matrix anymore. But what happened? One of the guys in the Matrix, he wanted to go back, didn't he? And he sold them all out. Because he goes, I know this food isn't real, but I want to feel like it is real. The same way once we've had this experience of the Creator, we know, no matter how small, we know the world is not real. Yeah? Not as real as that one. It's real, but it only borrows its existence from that one. Yeah? And that's the one is the most real thing. So then therefore we become like lions. Yeah? We can either stand up against this tide of sheep going one way, and we can roar. And when the roar comes out, then all the sheep start running away. They go, oh no, you're not one of us. Yeah? And it's a bit like that. When the Singh stands up, or the Sikh stands up and says to their family, the people, they say, I'm going to follow this path. People say, no, we're all sheep here. Don't you get it? We're all sheep. We follow this path. But no, the person who comes into Sikhi says, no, I'm going to follow a separate path. This is the path that was meant for me. I'm of the family of lions. I'm not of the family of sheep. The rest of you may follow this path of sheep, and good luck to you. But that's what you used to follow. But me, I'm of the lion family. Yeah? And I'm going to follow this path because that's my destiny. So it's a big, the lion's the king of the jungle. The lion is going to achieve, they say in Punjabi, that the sher, the lion, he drinks from the source. He doesn't drink further downstream. All the other animals drink downstream. But the lion, because he's the king of the jungle, he goes to the source. And what's the source for us? Waheguru is the source. We go straight to Waheguru. We don't follow any lower demigods, anybody else who is below that. We don't follow any people who get their strength from Waheguru as well. We follow the word that became manifest in the Guru, and then it became back to the word. That primal truth that Aad Purkh, that's the one that we follow. The one whose light came in 10 lights and then went back into the one. So we follow that essential one. See, this is a really scary power, to go back to that one. Not follow some lower person. Whenever somebody tries to take you away from the truth of Guru Raam Sahib Ji, you can just fob that person off. Because that person is not following the primal truth. So then Maharaj goes on to say in this line, the goats, the lion, are staying in one place. He says, Man, oh my mind, har jap param pao dur kije. Oh my mind, when you meditate upon Waheguru, when you do har jap, then param pao. First, your param, which is your illusion. The illusion that you convince yourself that you were a goat. But you're not of the goat family. You're a lion. Maharaj says, the goat family, you will realize that this is illusion, and your doubt. Param can also be seen as doubt. Your doubt, is this true or not? Am I actually going to be one with the one? Am I going to follow this path of true enlightenment? And then po, fear. The fear is always there. Fear is always there. What will I look like when I become a lion? Yeah? What will I look like when I follow this path? Those fears will go as well. Right? Param po, dur kije. They will go away. They will become far away from you. You will become close to God, and those bad things will go far away from you. Then Maharaj says next, Har ki vadiyai, like we said today, that I can't even talk about your greatness. How can I see your great? I'll just meditate upon your name. Har ki vadiyai dekho santo. Oh saints, come and look at the greatness of that Creator. Come and look at the greatness of Waheguru. Har nimaniya man devai. Waheguru gives respect to those that have no respect. This is the amazing thing about Waheguru. He's telling us, look, you were a Nimana. No one respected you. You were nobody. But if you follow upon this path, the greatness is that Waheguru gives even you respect. Even you can go into a Gurdwara and people will say Fateh to you. Even you can go to a place where only the saints are accepted and they will let you come in as well. This is the greatness of this path. That this path is a path of truth. If you follow this path, people will respect you. Maharaj explains the next shabad. Dyo tarti charan tale te upar ave. As the dust rises up, as you walk upon the dust, see the dust rises up, it falls up, yeah? In the same way, the dust that was on the ground rises up. In the same way, Tyo Nanak Sajna Jagat An Sab Pairi Pai. So does the Lord, when the saints, the Sajna, when the saints come upon this earth, then what does Waheguru do? Waheguru makes all the people fall at the feet of the holy. So we should respect holy people. Because holy people, no, not me by the way, holy people, we should touch their feet. We should respect them. Because those people are like those examples of God. Har jan doi ek hai. Bipichar Krishna. God and the holy person are the same. There's no difference because they're just like water. You have ocean, new waves come out the ocean. The wave comes up, then it disappears. For a little while it was there, then it goes back. In the same way, har jan doi ek hai bipichar Krishna hai. Jalate upaj tarang. Jo jal hi bikhe samay. Just same way as the waves come out of the water and they absorb back into the water. Guru says, look, how great is Waheguru. Waheguru makes people that have no respect get respect. One year a person could be druggy, smoking, everything else, could be mashed up. Next year that person starts following Sikhi, keeps their gaze, starts doing their part, gets up in the morning, and they go to the same Gurdwara where people would say, don't come in here when you're drunk, don't come in here when you're stoned. Next year they'll come in, Batoji, why don't you tell us something about God? Yeah? See the respect you get just from leaving all the bad stuff, following the good stuff, the whole world starts to respect us. And Guru says that even when you follow this path and you become enlightened upon this path as you go down there, people will come and respect you. The whole world will respect you. And you might not even want that respect. You might say, just leave me alone. I'm nobody. But Guru is such a Guru, he sends those people after you anyway. Because they want the same thing. They want to know about their God. They want to ask you, how do I get to my God? Because what happens? Sungalla ankas ki kita ais. Even the little ants, when they hear the talk about this talk we just talked about now, even the ants, when they hear this talk, they want to say, is that true? Could it be me? Could it be that God is inside me too? Could it be that I could achieve this peace and the bliss of this path? And we say, yes, my friend, Saram Nirantar is inside me, it's inside you too. And this is the way that can allow you to experience to be a lion. We're all actually lions, but we've been convinced that we're all goats. So That's is an important point, because you know Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they chose the word sing very carefully, yeah, for the Sikhs. And it wasn't just like, oh, one day decided, oh, let's just pick this, what name should we pick, oh, Rai. No, they chose it for a reason. And this is one of those reasons that Guru is telling us. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Bhai Gurdas Ji refers to Guru Nanak Dev Ji as the lion. He says, when the lion came into the forest and the lion roared, all the other animals ran away. This is what happened. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji came upon the earth and he put his step down in Kartarpur and he said, this place in Kartarpur, we're going to make something amazing. Yeah? And they did. And people, 200 years people tried to quell it, but they couldn't. In the end, it was the Mughals were repelled by the Sikhs. Yeah? So this path that they started, it was a very long thing they thought about. At the end of it, Guru Sahib said, now you're ready to be Singhs. Now you're ready to be those people that are not prepared to follow the crowd, but stand up and recognize yourself for who you are. And how did that happen? That happened with the 5 Panj Pyare. When there were 5 of them, they were ready. If you look at the history, it's an interesting point. If you look at the history, Guru Nanak Dev Ji only had 1 person prepared to follow him fully. When they tested the Sikhs, only 1 person passed. By then I became Guru Angad. Yeah? When Guru Arjan Dev Ji, when he was sitting there, his son was prepared to follow him. But when Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji built the Akal Takht, all the Sikhs questioned him. Every Sikh questioned him, apart from 2. Yeah? Bhai Gurdas Ji and Baba Buddha Ji. He had 2. See, in all those years, Guru Sahib managed to get 2. 5 Gurus, they got 2. Then, when it came to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, when he went to Delhi, after obviously his son sent him off, so he was the third one, 3 people prepared to die in Delhi with him, out of the hundreds that were there. By Dayala Ji, by Matidas and by Satidas, 2 brothers, and by Dayala Ji. There was 3 people then prepared to put themselves on the line. Then when Guru Gobind Singh Ji, when he picked out a sword and he asked for 5, and there was 5 people prepared to put their head forward. So the Sikhi path was just to create 5. Yeah, Guru was when there was 5 people ready, then the Guru knew the world was ready now for this Khalsa Panth. That's when the world was ready. That's why it was started. Because it's the divinity of the human being that Guruji wants to rise up. Not of them, they are already divine. They came here already mukt. They didn't need to come here. But they came here to give all of us this truth, that we can also be as divine as they are telling us to be those Panj. And Bhai Gurdas says ki 1, ek Gur Sikh, 2, Sadh Sangat, 2 is a Sadh Sangat, and Panj, Parmeshwar. 5 are the equivalent of God. So when 5 Sikhs that follow this path get together, and they start counting now, even some person on the street like me can come on, nothing about Sikhi, and they can fall at their feet, and those 5 people could bless that person with the divinity inside them. They can make them from a goat into a lion. This is how the power of this path. And Guru is saying every one of us can follow this path and become those lions. So when you think of yourself in the morning, every day, think of yourself, am I a goat or am I a lion? Inside me there is a lion. Will it come out today? Will I follow this path? Every time we see the decision between the Guru's way and the society's way, we can think of ourselves, what would a lion do? Would he follow the crowd? Or would he stand out and roar? This is what we will do. We will do Jakara in the same way. That's why we roar Jakari. From a young age we get our kids to shout, shout, shout. Why? We want them to be strong, to feel brave. Because this path is going to be hard. And it is a different path. But the payoff is that we will get bliss, we will always get peace. It's such a peaceful, blissful path. So I'm sure I've made loads of mistakes. And Guru Sahib is forgiving, and so is Satsang. Thank you so much for your time here, and for letting me speak. I don't know why I was asked to speak, but that's Maharaj Ji Kripa. So just Deo Sajan Sisriya Jo Hove Sahib Sion Mele Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa Vaheguru Ji